The number one big blunder that keeps most original artists unknown, broke, and hating their day job is called rat in a cage. Rat in a cage is running around, desperately trying to implement tactics. What everyone's telling you you really need to be doing in order to get heard and make money so you can quit your day job. When none of it's actually relevant to where you're really at in your music career, none of it's actually what you need to be working on right now, none of it's going to get you what you really want. There's me and you right there. Suckers, really. We're rats in this cage running in this wheel here, running and running, doing what everyone's telling us we need to be doing. Little Ratty can't even see that the ladder starts right behind the wheel, leads through the trap door and out of the cage. Since he can only see the fifth rung, he keeps running and running, doing what everyone's telling him he needs to be doing. He needs to have a better band name. He needs to have a cool logo. He needs to have business cards and press kits. He needs to have a Twitter following. He's got to be a Facebook expert. He's got to have a blog and a newsletter, a great website, a great bio, great photos, great videos. He needs a booking agent, he needs a manager, he needs a publisher, he needs a record label, he needs a producer. What else does he need? He needs a marketing plan. And he needs grant money, and he's got to definitely start in on crowdfunding and ringtones. And that's on top of songwriting and working on his recordings and demos and downloads. All these things you got to be on top of. All these things you got to be doing. So complicated, so overwhelming, right? When do you get to start having fun? Most people quit somewhere in this stage. It's not a great feeling. It can even turn you cynical. If only little Ratty would stop and have a look around. I'm not going to say that, learning how to use Photoshop, Twitter, Facebook, and working on your live show, working on your songwriting and your web design isn't useful. It is useful. It's going to help you somewhere along the way. But it's not the most important thing. It's not the critical factor that's going to bring it all together. Like the rat in the cage, it's good exercise, sure, running on that wheel, but it's not going to get you any further ahead. The big mistake here is that most people think that getting heard comes before making fans. But that's the music industry myth. That's the con that keeps you on the wheel. The fact is, making fans comes before getting heard. How do you make fans so you can get heard? You do this by connecting with your audience. When you connect with your audience, you make fans and then you get heard, and that's how you get out of the cage. And the degree to which you connect with your audience depends on your willingness to share. Willingness to share is what defines success in music. Just look at any successful artist. Your willingness to share is going to determine how big you get. How much you grow, how fast you grow, how much you give, how much you get, how much you create, how well you create. Willingness to share is how you get up on stage and take over the room. All of the prominent artists are sharing powerfully of themselves, who they are. Willingness to share is the difference between successful artists and unsuccessful artists. None of the tactics even matter unless you become willing to share who you are. And the only way you're going to understand what that really means is to have a personal breakthrough. And that takes me to the next action step. And this action step is monumental. This one action step can change everything for you forever. If you get in touch with this one thing, it can save you years and years of frustration, years and years of procrastination and being sidetracked. Are you ready for it? Congratulations, by the way, for sticking with the video to this point. to get off the wheel, to make your cage much, much bigger. The most important thing you can do for yourself right now is recognize that connecting with your audience is all you ever really wanted anyway. Do you know that this is true? Do you know that connecting with your audience is all you ever really wanted anyway? Think about that. Try and feel it. It's how it all began. It's how it all started. It's what's at the core of the dream. You want to reach out to people, to share. You've always just wanted to reach out to people. People you once knew and loved, and a bigger audience, an ever bigger audience. To connect with them. To show them who you are. To create something bigger than any one of you and all of you put together. This is what it means to live your dream. This is what you're going for. To inspire. Love, really. It's a beautiful thing. And you are a beautiful person. But despite your good intentions, you didn't get what you came for. Is life supposed to be like that? The answer is no. This connection that you're going for. This is the one thing, the one simple realization that makes sense of everything else. Concentrating your efforts on this one thing will cut through the BS and make everything more fun. This connection, this ability to connect, this is what we're going for in the Musician's Breakthrough Blueprint. It's what's going to allow you to have the best gig you've ever had. And it's what's going to enable you to get as big as you want.